Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. These chicks that I am raising in my small bedroom in the mobile home, they're getting really big and pretty soon I have to take them outside. So today we're going to be making the sick pen that I have in there already into an introductory cage for the chicks and the chickens. This gives the chicks and the chickens a chance to meet and get introduced to each other without being in direct contact. The cage that's there already has these vertical slots that I don't know if they'd be able to squeeze through or not, so we're going to go out there and put some chicken wire over the entire setup. We're also going to expand it to the left into one of the shelving areas that is in my lean-to. There's nothing much going on in there, so I'm going to see how I'm going to be able to connect all this stuff together. Hopefully it can be done because these are 10 chickens. They are going to need as much room as they can because they're going to be living in there for a few weeks before I let them out and meet the other chickens. Now, unfortunately, the lean-to on the workshop is kind of dusty from when the chickens kick up all their dust, and I have not been in there to clean because nothing really goes in there. Before we put the chicks in there, I'm going to be cleaning up that area. I'll be bringing a shop vac in there and I'll be vacuuming up all the dust. I'm going to be grabbing a mask and probably some goggles in order to do this, as well as some gloves. We're going to get that whole area cleaned up. I do have some chicken wire already cut, but if we need more, we're going to have to go back to the workshop and cut some more. Now, I'm not going to be using the mask that I bought for the whole rat debacle. I'm just going to be using this. It's a dust mask. I got it from Dollar General. It was like three pack. So this will go over here. I'll pinch this. And then I am going to probably wear these big old goggles instead of, say, these work glasses, because when all that dust is kicking up, I don't want anything to get in my eyes. And I think this will do the trick better than these, because these simply, yeah, it would get in here, I'm sure. So we're going to skip those. These are the pieces I have cut already. We have to cover a pretty big area. I do have all of those little zip ties that I can use, only a couple big ones, but we're going to see what we can do. I might need to go to the store to get more, but we'll see. These are the supplies I'm working with. I did bring a box of just little supplies to handle all this stuff. I'm going to be putting chicken wire on this whole thing, and then I'm going to be extending it over here and putting chicken wire on this whole bottom part so that they have all of that to either roost or play on or jump. Just they have more room than just that little area. I will be putting horse pellets from Tractor Supply down in the whole entire run for them. And this is conveniently placed on this side so that I can open it into this area. And then we're going to chicken wire this whole area off, connect it to that other pen. And then I can put them in here either from this angle, or there's a door right there that I could take them out of. I also have those roosting bars in there already for that when they start to roost, they can do that. Or if they want to jump up there and play, they can also do that. I may or may not take this board down. I don't know if I want them up there pooping on it. I might just keep it open so that they can have this whole area to fly in. Now, as far as the rats in the chicken coop, I do believe I still have them, but there is no bait in that bucket, so we're probably going to put all that back together once the chicks are in their little setup. I have been finding holes along this whole wall back here, and that's from the outside, and I just keep stuffing it with all that, the wire. I'm done with them coming in here. They had avoided that for the longest time, so we're gonna try it again. I don't want them to eat the chicken's food or the chicks' food. And I don't want them to try to get in there, which is one reason why I'm putting this chicken wire over that, so it's less of a chance that a rat could get in, although there are some pretty small rats and they could probably fit through that chicken wire. First things first, I'm going to be taking a lot of this stuff that's on these shelves and putting them just up on a higher shelf, maybe putting those up on that higher shelf. And then I'm going to be vacuuming all of those shelves because that's where the chicks are going to be. And then we're going to get to closing it off with that chicken wire. just going to be securing the chicken wire to the existing pen in a bunch of different places. This is basically just to give the protection of the chicks on the inside from predators, from the chickens themselves, and then also from them escaping. We don't want them to get out of the pen because they are not ready to be introduced to the chickens. So we want to make sure they can't squeeze through these holes. We've got 2 of the sides done. I still need to do the whole other side, the top of the lid that I lift up. That will have chicken wire on it too, as well as the front. I'm also going to go on the inside and put some on the bottom so that rats and mice can't get up from in there. But then I'm also going to need some kind of tray so that they don't get their feet stuck inside those like wires. Alright, I'm going to hit the door real quick. I've got like a smaller piece. I'll probably double it up. Now I'm going to be pulling this out and doing the other side since I have this side and the top done. All right, so far we have this entire CHICK pen chicken wired up. We have chicken wire on all the sides except for in the middle part right there. I'm gonna actually try to find something else to do right there, maybe another tray. Maybe I'll put some chicken wire down and then something over it, but I don't want the chickens to get their feet stuck in there. The next thing we're going to be working on is cutting some chicken wire to fit this area. This section right here is 62 inches, so I'm going to need at least 2 62 inches and 3 24-inch chicken wire pieces. Okay, today is day 2. I did not finish that project the first day, and I have some of this leftover mat from my deck that I have on the mobile home. It's supposed to be a non-slip mat, and there was, I think, 10 feet of it there, and this is how much is left over. I'm gonna be putting this on the bottom of the chicken coop in that extra area, just for some extra protection for them, because that whole area was burrowed by mice and rats, and they still have a bunch of tunnels there. So I'm gonna cover it with this stuff, and then we're gonna cover this with horse pellets so they had some kind of bedding to walk on. They will probably also soil this, so I'm gonna have to clean some of it out, but this will be a good bedding for underneath. I'm also gonna be putting a layer of this in the bottom part of the original chick pen, so this blocks them from having their feet go through the chicken wire that's on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna see if I have enough of this mat in order to put it on the bottom of there, and then also a little piece for the middle of that. Now we're gonna see if the rest of this fits in this space down here, because I just cut something for the middle of this section. I hope we have enough. Looking like we have just enough. That should do it. This is what we're dealing with at the bottom right here. We've got the original crate grate that came with the dog pen, and those slats are just too big. The chickens might get their feet caught in there. The chickens might also get their feet caught in this chicken wire that I put over here, so that's why we're gonna put this mat there, and then we're gonna be putting horse pellets over that. Hopefully all that will be hidden and these little babies won't get their feet stuck in these big spaces right here. We're just hoping that all stays covered up. Seems to work for now. And we'll put the horse pellets over that and they'll be fine. I did this part back here and I didn't film it because it was just a pain in the ass. I took the screen from my mobile home and I put it back there, tied it up there. I have to fix that area up there. Then put that board down there and stapled the screen to the board. This is so if they roost on this bar right here, they don't fall back there and fall. There's a bunch of holes back there. There's steel wool back there. There's broken up pieces of aluminum foil. And I just don't want the chickens to get any of that stuff. So I blocked off that whole area. This is not a normal chicken coop, so it's kind of like a workshop garage lean-to. And I'm just trying to predator proof it and make it as safe as I can for the chicks while they're in here. Next, I'm gonna be opening this door into here and we're gonna put it against this back area right there. And then I'm gonna drop the pellets in there and then we're gonna close off these sides with the rest of this chicken wire that I brought in. I am so glad that I have this golf cart here. It is so convenient for things like this. I am telling you, I could drive right up to the coop and easy peasy drop off my stuff and we're good to go. Okay, I'm gonna start with one of these. See how far it takes us. This might fill up this whole area and it might give us a whole bunch more. Not bad. It's spread out throughout the whole thing. That means that this one's probably going to take 1 or 2, which is okay. So I'm going to work on closing this off now with this chicken wire, and then I'm going to work on this cage and putting the other stuff in there. Okay, so first of all, I did open that door. This was my idea in the beginning if I was going to make this whole shelving unit a chicken coop. So they can go from this pen into this pen, and I'm going to be blocking this side off with more chicken wire. So they will have one continuous run, even some roosting bars up there. I put some roosting bars in there as well. So this is going to be one badass little introductory coop. And then if I have a sick chicken, that's where they'll go, as well as in this whole little area right here. This is how it's looking so far. I had to zip tie the chicken wire to this piece of rebar at the bottom, which was really convenient. There was an open section right here, so I extended that last piece into there, wrapped that around there. Now all I need to do is cover this side so that there is no opening for them to get through, and then close this other side as well. Coming along nicely. I did end up putting the chicken wire on this side. This whole spot up here is still open, and I'm trying to find an easy way to close that off and get some access in there so I don't have to make a door. I do have those things on the wall to scrape up any of that stuff, so I could always slip one of those in here and, you know, do my thing in here. But I need to make some kind of a makeshift door, so maybe we will work on that, or I could put a board there with a hinge. Let's see what I can come up with. There was a space in between this cage and this shelving unit, so I did put this empty roll in there. And I kind of laughed because it kind of looks like the mice back there can make a tunnel and then come out this way. Hopefully they won't do that. Maybe I'll block off this hole, but I needed to block that space off so the chicken's feet didn't get in there, and so they didn't try to get past that spot back there. There's no chicken wire on it, so I didn't want them to get past there. I'm going to put these 2 bags of horse pellets in this thing, and I'm going to work on the door, and then this little project looks like it's coming to a close. I'm going in. Probably way too much, but I'd rather have there be more in there, and then if I need to clean it out, there'll still be some of that extra in there. Horse pellets, when wet, they absorb water and waste, and it can kind of compost itself into each other. After a while, it might start looking like this. This is how the girls have their coop. All of this is horse pellets, and a lot of the rain that's come in just absorbs it, and then it dries. So it's looking good. I put the 2 bags in there. It's a little thick, but this whole little area right here is a cute little coop. It's pretty big. I'm so glad that I opened this extra section because I don't think this section would have been big enough for them for a few weeks. And I'm gonna see what I could do about this little doorway. for that little part that we have left in the chicken coop, I made this little makeshift swinging door. I put some holes in the top and put some twine inside there. And then I have some screws. We're gonna put that in there right now and I'll show you how it works. For now, I think this works. I took a piece of this, I don't know what kind of board this is, but it was in my workshop up on the ceiling. Took a piece of that, it was the right size. Put some holes in it and then put some holes in the top of this piece of wood right there. Put the twine in a loop and then connected it. So then I can simply open this up if I need to get in there and then put it back down without having to close it all off. So because I need another entrance for there for cleaning the bottom. So I can easily slip one of those rakes inside here. And after I lift this up, I can even reinforce it by putting another thing here and connecting it to this wire just in case nothing gets in or out of that bottom area. It's looking pretty good. This is our chicken coop. It's going to be the introductory chicken coop, and even the sick pen pretty much expanded because this is our sick pen for when we have a sick chicken. Expanded it into this part here. They have a couple different roosting bars inside there. Lots of room to walk around, maybe even fly up in this part if they need to. They have a couple roosting bars here. I'm going to be putting the food and water on 2 pieces of like wood. Hopefully I can get something as big as that one that's in there. We need to raise the food off the ground so that they don't kick any of the horse pellets in there, or so they don't get up on there and go to the bathroom in it. So this will be an easy place for me to open up this to feed them and to change the water. If I do decide to let them out, I can take them out of there. I will probably be leaving this door open so they can get some sunshine, because until they're ready to go out into the coop, they're going to be just stuck in this little space here. So it's about 1 more week and we are ready to put these chicks in here. I'm so excited. They're gonna have so much more room and a new home, and they're gonna get used to my original 4 chickens. Okay, so these baby chicks have a place to live once they go inside the chicken coop. From here, they're going to be introduced to my other 4 hens, and I'll keep them in there for a good, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks. As they grow up, they're going to be growing a little bit bigger, so they're going to need some room, and that's why I created this whole introductory pen inside the chicken coop, because I really had nowhere else to put them. It is not a traditional chicken coop, so I kind of had to make something up. If you guys liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and click the notifications bell so you can receive a notification each time I post a new video, which is every Sunday. Thanks guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. If you guys liked this video, please give it, don't put that. I'm gonna put those 2 pellets in there. Don't put that. Chance to meet each other, but without being in the vicinity. Don't put that. What gives? Don't put that. Now, unfortunately, my garage, don't put that. Now, unfortunately, my garage, don't put that. So far, we have this entire pen all, don't put any of this. What's up, girl?